right, welcome. We are back with another edition of Sean Donahue on the Go, and I'm here at Citrix Summit 2019. I've made my way on the expo floor over to Citrix Ready partner Excepto with my good friend Shahrokh Shahidzadeh. Shahrokh, welcome. I appreciate you being here. Now, Shahrokh, when I was looking at Excepto and I'm reading all the buzz, something keeps popping up that I wanted to ask you about. It's called cognitive continuous authentication. Could you tell me a little bit more about Excepto and how it works with cognitive continuous authentication? I just love saying that.
Thank you. So it's actually very simple. The cognitive part of it is about being able to do behavioral modeling rather than the binary authentication that typically all the other providers provide. It basically goes beyond authentication, and after you're authorized, we continuously monitor the behavior of the user, the network, and the traffic to make sure that if there are any problems, we can detect it and insert some sort of a dynamic level of assurance.
Okay.
And that's basically prevents any type of harm to the enterprise and to the user by not only stopping at the authentication.
What I'm gathering from the news, especially from the latest headlines that we see today, is that maybe passwords just aren't enough. But Excepto doesn't work on a password-based methodology. How does it work?
Very good question. Actually, we have this term called binary authentication. Binary authentication is this concept of using the password as the single source of verification of the authenticity of the person that is trying to log in and the access. The way it works is that we use an aggregate of signals about the user, the devices that they use, and their behavior to replace the password and free the users from the pain that the passwords that provide.
Okay.
More importantly, when the passwords get breached, you are breached.
All right, it's interesting that you phrased it that way. You said when passwords get breached and not if passwords get breached. Why did you put it that way?
Actually, all the passwords are already breached. We just don't know about them. And the reason is that even the passwords that you have not yet created are breached because the systems that are holding your information and your credentials are already breached. For that reason, I say when they get breached, they're actually already breached.
How does Excepto work with Citrix in the Citrix Workspace?
We actually are fully integrated with the AFS, with Citrix, and actually we are combining our analytics data with the Citrix Analytics data as well. So the CAS combined with Accepto Analytics provides you the ultimate solution for this concept of continuous authentication.
Okay.
So the big value to the Citrix users and Citrix customers is that right integrated together, you have a solution that works out of the gate with Citrix Analytics, and combined with our analytics makes the 1 + 1 greater than 2.
But Excepto can report on if users go into areas of networking or even applications that they maybe not normally do or should do. Is that right?
That's actually exactly how it works. Is because of the behavior that you have versus the privileges that you have a certain class of actions that you take once you're logged in. If your job description does not require that you go to the financial or to the legal department, and all of a sudden you're showing there and trying to download anything, we can detect it.
Yeah.
And at that point, not only you, but also on the supervisor mode, your supervisor might be getting notified. And the other key thing is that we actually distribute the monitoring to not only the InfoSec team, but also give the ability for the end user in the palm of their hand to have an audit trail of all the transactions in real time.
Okay. So Shahrokh, before I cut you loose, I have one random question of the day for you. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
All right, random question of the day. Since we're talking about biobehavioral, we're talking about Excepto, if you could steal anyone's biobehavioral identity, whose identity would you steal?
That's a tough one.
It is, isn't it?
Jay-Z, maybe?
Jay-Z, wow, that is not what I expected at all from Shahrokh. I personally, I would steal Halle Berry, but those are totally different reasons that we won't get into here. All right, Shahrokh, man.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it. Oh, by the way, where can customers go to get more information about Excepto and how it works with Citrix Workspaces?
So www.excepto.com, and there's a Citrix portion of our website that focuses on Citrix and on analytics of
Nice.
Citrix.
All right, nice and simple. All right, that does it for me. This has been another edition of Sean Donahue on the Go, live from Citrix Summit at the Excepto booth. We will catch you next time. Bye-bye.